Hey, friends, welcome to Unwind Your Life. I am running low on coffee, and my humans are sure to wake up soon. But here we are getting into it. Let's talk about Reiki. So, yesterday was kind of the first day that I put it out there that I am Reiki certified, and I was met with a lot of love. And I just want to thank all of you for that. I actually wasn't nervous because I feel like I've been settled in it for a while and I was really just excited to share it. But I want to kind of invite you on how that journey has come about for me because it was so unknown for me. Like I had no idea what I was like getting myself into. And Reiki is something that I just stumbled upon. I feel like it's something that God, the universe, however you want to say it was divine. It was meant to be. I feel like he placed this in my life for a purpose. And I want to kind of tell you about that journey. So back, ooh, well, when was it? Gosh, 2019, 2018, my guess. I'm not quite sure, around that time frame. I was reaching out to people, inviting them to my challenge groups. I dabbled in some Beachbody coaching, and it's led me to where I am today. I'm very grateful for that experience. And at the time, I reached out to Jaylene, a girl that I knew from high school. We went to high school together. I didn't really run in the same circles. I'd kind of seen her on social on and off, and I was just like, hey, would you be interested in being a part of that? And she's like, actually, I'm very focused on my Reiki business right now. And I'm like, cool, what's that? Like, no idea. And so she kind of explained a little bit to me. I'm like, cool, sign me up. Like, it was just this thing where she put it out there. And I was like, okay, I've never heard of this. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but like, I am open to the experience. And so I asked my mom if she was wanting to experience it with me as well. So we booked a couple sessions with Jaylene, who was in Salina at the time, and we went. And I think it was funny because we were both just kind of expecting that we were gonna get a massage or something, and it wasn't. But it was an experience that we were both so grateful for. Like, it really just opened the doors or the window or however for us to step inside this different world that we didn't really know much about. But the more we learned about it, the more it just made sense. And so we unknowingly just kind of jumped in because we were open to having this experience, and have continued to learn about it. And so for anyone like who's wondering like what the technicalities of it, like I said, I was going into it kind of expecting a massage. It was not a massage, but it's hands-on like healing and energy. And so like the the more I've learned about energy, you can feel it. Like you can feel energy, right? And so, we entered the space, we set an intention for the session of, okay, how are you feeling? Like, is there anything like that's on your heart right now? Got up on a massage table, hence, expecting a massage, but fully clothed, obviously. And there was music playing. It was very soothing. And Jaylene then proceeded to do the Reiki session, which like it's hands on or off. It doesn't really have to be. I'm not making any sense, but we're going forward here. Wasn't a massage. Healing touch. Movement of energy. And clearly this is something that if you're open to it, just be open to it and experience it because I'm having a hard time. explaining what it is fully. But, you lay there. It doesn't sound that exciting, but what you then experience internally is very interesting and insightful, because how often do we give ourselves the opportunity to just be and really be aware of what's taking place within our bodies. So I come out of this initial Reiki session and I had felt quite a bit of movement, like up right here. And at the time, it was kind of weird because I was having a lot of headaches, weird ass dreams. And what she told me was, oh, like your third eye is overactive, well, which that sounds like gibberish to me, right? But there was this like chart that kind of explained like how where you feel different energy in your body, and if that energy is balanced or not balanced, overactive, or maybe it's depleted, and what those symptoms of that energy could manifest within your body. And given that there was a lot of energy here, it was overactive. I look on the chart and it says headaches, nightmares. And I was like, that's weird. So again, I was just kind of open to it. And then we concluded the session. She kind of pulled a card and just allowed the space to be encouraged and to understand myself more. So after that session, I kind of dug more into it. The chakra system really started making sense to me. And simply put, here's why. The way we feel, our emotions, create chemicals within the body that must be released in one way or another. But they then create those chemicals that then manifest within the body and create some sort of dis-ease if we're not able to release them, if that makes sense. And so understanding this system of these different energy centers within the body helped me understand myself better. Helped me understand that I have more control over my physical self, and I have more understanding of my physical self than I thought I did. And the more I read about it, the more it just made sense. Yeah. And I think I'm like, well, okay. This is an awful one, but I'm moving forward with it. A part of this journey was also the spiritual aspect. So I am kind of a religious mutt. I was baptized Methodist, confirmed Lutheran, Catholic convert in my adult life. We're members of the Catholic Church here. And I was kind of like going through all of this reading and research and understanding of this information, post Catholic convert, but also during 2020. And I kind of had like some tension there, because you Google anything and you're like, oh, what do Catholics say about this? And you're going to find like like polar opposites, like, oh, it's okay, or no, you can't do that. And I have found and have come comfortable with what's true for me. During this time, I was actually able to meet like one-on-one with a priest. And this is when I was kind of grappling with this. And it just kind of happened. I was in the church doing the flowers and he happened to be in for something else. And I was like, hey, can I ask you some questions? And then I was like, shoot, I feel like I should do a confession now too. So went to confession, then I asked him all these questions about Reiki and chakras and smudging and like all the stuff that I had kind of been reading about. And his answer was like plain and simple, which is, it doesn't matter. It's the intention behind it that matters. And I feel like that just put my heart at ease. And so, you know, after that, I just continued on with it because I continued on with what felt true for me. It felt really good. Yeah, I'm going to keep this short. From here, I just kind of want to read what I wrote a couple of years ago and how like the practice has evolved. And then I'm also going to share a conversation that I had with Jaylene after this one session. But my practice has since evolved since this time. This was back in 2020. After my coach training, I went on to become Reiki certified and have been practicing here and there, but I'm excited to be practicing more. People seemed interested in it. I feel like it's a gift that I can offer, hopefully in a way that makes people comfortable and open to the experience. And I'm excited to kind of put this piece of myself out there in the world. So I'm just going to read now. I am here. I am here. I am here. It's no surprise that my root chakra is going completely crazy. I am not grounded. I am not here. I want to live in my own little crown chakra world. I am here. I am here. It makes total sense. Given that I was just explaining my intentions to Jaylene, I was waving my arms all over the place and saying, I'm all over the place. No focus, all the things, all at once. Everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Constantly stimulated. Addicted, probably. My thought is, until I am grounded and can meet people where they are, like planet Earth, I'm not going to relate well. I'm not going to be able to explain the feeling of how coaching or experiences like it help. I'm basically going to be talking gibberish and people are going to look at me like, what the? My second Reiki session was so different than the first. I was more open to it, knowing what to expect. In a way, I took a little more ownership over my experience. I verbalized my desires. I opened my eyes at times. I questioned my emotions. I was frustrated that I could not seem to clear my mind. Frustrated that I felt as though I was judging my experience. What is she doing? Why is she doing it? Why can't I just relax? I'm so excited. Calm down, Shannon. Enjoy the moment. I tell her I'm frustrated. She responds, you are safe here. I take a few deep breaths, and as I exhale, she snaps her fingers. Side note, I don't know if she ever actually snapped her fingers because I've asked her before if she snaps her fingers, and she's like, no, but I definitely heard it. Reading the energy? Heck, I don't know. I repeat her affirmation in a whisper. I am safe. I am present. I am calm. I am here. I am here. I am here. That last one sticks. It continues into my weekends. I am here. It continued when I left my session and drove to get my groceries. I am here. I am here. Until I get to Walmart. Then I am there. Knowing that I planned to share this experience, I actually Googled Reiki and the Catholic faith. I didn't think I was getting myself into any sort of witchcraft, but I was curious to know what the Catholic Church had to say about it. I found an article, which I'll link here. Very fitting. I do not believe that Jaylene is a healer. I do not believe that the stones and the things used during Reiki sessions do the healing. They are simply tools, and Jaylene is using her gifts. To me, the energies of the chakras provide an explanation, a reason why. Western medicine does the same thing. It's just an explanation, one that we're socially conditioned to believe. Feeling all over the place? Maybe it's ADHD. Lots of anxiety? There's a great medication for that. Reiki provides an explanation as well, an explanation that just seems to make sense and resonate more with me. I'm not saying one or the other is right. I'm simply expressing that I dig this chakra shit and it makes sense to me. And of course, I'm having a hard time relating it back to planet Earth because my root chakra is all over the place. When I asked the Google what Reiki was, Wikipedia told me. Reiki is a form of alternative medicine called energy healing. Reiki practitioners use a technique called palm healing or hands-on healing, through which a universal energy is said to be transferred through the palms of the practitioner to the patient in order to encourage emotional and physical healing. I have the energy and the power within me to create balance for my life. I am whole. I am divine. I am balanced. I am here. Hope you've enjoyed that. That was very settling for me as well. And I'm going to go ahead and share after this in the second episode, episode 3B, a conversation that I had with Jaylene after that session that I actually found, again, back in my archives. And so I hope for anyone who kind of had some questions on it, that at least it helped a little bit. But my hope is just that you'll be open to learning, open to understanding yourself more in a way that resonates with you, and open to loving yourself more. Peace out.